Have you heard? The exam you thought you knew, IELTS, is changing in 2026. If you're planning to take the test anytime soon, these updates could make a huge difference to your preparation strategy. Stick with me, because today I'm breaking down everything you need to know. What's changing, what it means for you, and how you can adapt your study plan to stay ahead of the curve. Before we dive into the 2026 updates, let's do a quick recap. IELTS, the International English Language Testing System, assesses your ability in 4 key areas: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. For years, the format has been pretty consistent. But starting in 2026, we're expecting several key updates that will impact everything from question types to how your score is calculated. First up, let's talk about the listening and reading sections. We're anticipating new question formats. In the listening test, this could mean multiple choice questions where you have to select more than one correct answer. We might also see more complex matching or map labeling tasks. For reading, the passages are likely to become more diverse. Instead of just academic articles, you could be reading blogs, opinion pieces, and other modern real-world texts. This means your practice needs to go beyond old test papers. This leads to the second major change: a stronger emphasis on real-world English. The 2026 test is expected to move towards assessing everyday communication skills. Think informal conversations, practical situations, social media-style texts, and daily news articles. The focus is shifting from purely academic English to the kind of practical, functional English you'll actually use. Third, we expect updates to the scoring and band for writing and speaking. There will likely be more focus on your coherence and clarity. In the listening section, accuracy might carry more weight than before. This means even small spelling and grammar mistakes could have a bigger impact on your score, making precision more critical than ever. Fourth, expect a wider rollout of the computer-based IELTS test. From 2026, this format is set to become even more common. The benefits are clear: faster results, more flexible test dates, and the convenience of typing your answers and reading on screen. If you're not used to it, it's a big change from the traditional paper-based test. So, with all these changes, how should you prepare for IELTS in 2026? First, diversify your reading and listening materials. Don't just stick to textbooks. Listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos and interviews, read blogs, and engage with real-world conversations. Get comfortable with different accents and speaking styles. Second, if you're leaning towards the computer-based test, start practicing your digital skills now. Improve your typing speed and get used to reading long passages on a screen. On-screen writing feels very different from handwriting, so you need to get comfortable with it. Third, focus on accuracy and clarity. It's better to use simpler language correctly than to use complex vocabulary incorrectly. Clear, well-structured, and error-free English will earn you a higher score. And fourth, train under realistic test conditions. This is crucial. Do timed practice tests. Use headphones for the listening section and create a quiet, distraction-free environment to mimic the real exam setting. Here are my final tips for anyone targeting IELTS 2026. Start reading from a wide variety of sources, like news, websites, and popular blogs. If you're taking the computer test, make sure you complete several full mock tests on a computer to build your stamina and familiarity. For speaking, record yourself talking about everyday topics and listen back to identify areas for improvement. The upcoming changes to IELTS are not a threat. Think of them as an opportunity to prepare smarter and more effectively for the real-world communication challenges you'll face. By updating your strategy now, you can walk into that test room with confidence, ready to achieve the score you deserve. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more IELTS tips and updates.